Hello, if you're new here, welcome. We're Preston
and Krista,
two people who love to travel, eat, and create memorable experiences. For the final part of our Texas travel series, after 48 hours in Fredericksburg, we drove up north to the Metroplex area of Dallas and Fort Worth to see what other fun activities and delicious food we could experience in 36 hours. Before we continue on with the Dallas adventure, make sure to subscribe and click the bell so you know what travel adventures we share next. While we had hoped to start our day with a meal at the Magnolia Table in Waco, we found there were hundreds of other fixer-upper fans waiting over 2 hours to get seated. So, instead, we decided to keep on moving forward and visit the mecca of the Magnolia Empire in the heart of Waco, the Magnolia Silos.
It's the mecca of Chip and Joanna Gaines. We're here on the green and we just purchased some cupcakes from the Silo Baking Company. We got 2 different types of cupcakes. Oh, they're so cute! The cake is so dense.
Which one is this one?
This is the strawberries and cream. They said this is a favorite. Oh, it's so good. Really nice hits of strawberry flavor in there.
Next, we have the carrot cupcake. This is a seasonal cupcake. One thing we did notice though, if you look at this, the ratio of cream to cake is legit. It's like cake and then cream. So they don't mess around here. It has a nice little cake of comfort goodiness. Not too sweet, and the carrot flavor is fantastic.
If you decide to come out to Magnolia Market and Silos, this would be an excellent place to relax and enjoy the different foods you can get from the food trucks, or go to the Silo Baking Company and just admire all the things and all the sights that we do here.
Another fun, affordable activity is to search out the beautiful wall murals scattered across town. We were only able to spot 2, the Van Gogh-inspired Starry Night imagery and the striking bold Waco artwork while on our way to the Waco Suspension Bridge. This bridge was built in 1868 and was a precursor for the style and techniques used to construct the Brooklyn Bridge in New York. We're here coming to you live from Fort Worth, Texas, 30 miles away from Dallas. It's known to be a city or a town where cowboys used to come with their cattle to rest before continuing up their trip to Kansas. But inside Fort Worth is a really cool neighborhood called Stockyards National Historic District, where it's beautifully preserved and just really being able to envision life back in the wild, wild west. So it's a really cool place. If you're around the area, definitely drive out here and have a good time like we are. A highlight at the Stockyards is the Fort Worth Herd, the world's only twice-daily cattle drive. While the parade of cattle is not very long, it's quite exhilarating being up close to the cattle with their very long horns. On our way back to Dallas, we stopped to admire a futuristic vortex-like water garden in the heart of Fort Worth. Designed by architect Philip Johnson, thousands of gallons of water cascades down a 38-foot series of steps and platforms down into the void. We ventured up to the northwest Dallas area to try out our first Korean meal in Texas at
Koryo Kalbi Korean barbecue.
Excited?
I need some Korean food, like hardcore.
One of the things that we love to do when we travel is look for good Korean food. And when we heard that Dallas has great Korean food, we had to drive up, fight through the traffic, and get here. So we just sat down, made an order. We're both famished, but we're excited to dig in on some good comfort Asian food. Oh man. Got the hot rocks in there for our kalbi, our kogi, our meat. Excited. Wow, wow, wow. Look at all the meat that we have here. Fun tip, to eat Korean barbecue, you get the meat, dip in chili sauce and soybean and salt, pepper, and then grab it with some lettuce like this and eat it in one bite. Melt in your mouth tender slices of brisket, succulent slices of pork, delicious sweet soy marinated kalbi, peppery chapcha noodles, and a unique goat stew. Oh, wow. Made up a fantastic meal, and we concluded that the food is giving LA and New York a run for its money. That's good stuff. A bit exhausted, yet properly satisfied, we end our night back relaxing at our hotel's rooftop bar, admiring spectacular views of the colorfully bright lights of downtown Dallas. You ready to take on the day?
Yes.
To kick off our last full day in Dallas, we opted to visit the Old Red Museum housed in a magnificent Romanesque-style building that once served as the Dallas County Courthouse. From the first floor, go up the grand iron stairway to the second floor that is comprised of 4 different galleries depicting various periods of Dallas's history: the prehistoric to early settlers, growth as a trading center, and contributions to the Civil War, the era of Big D, and crossroads into present history with tragic national news and cultural contributions like blues and Frito-Lays. Whether interested in architectural buildings or history, Old Red makes an enjoyable hour or so visit. So when you're traveling, as fun as it is walking around and going to museums and reading and learning about cool things, our favorite thing to do is, of course, eating. We're famished and we're happy to be here in front of Dallas's Farmers Market. We wandered into the market building, an enormous indoor food hall with a variety of vendors offering pizzas, Vietnamese cuisine, tamale, fresh meats or produce, to French sweet treats. We then opted to eat at one of the anchor restaurants at the market. When traveling, we always try to squeeze in a healthy meal option, so we were really happy to stumble upon Mudhen Meat and Greens. While we thoroughly enjoyed our crispy Moroccan cauliflower covered in curry aioli, and Ironman Reuben with cured bison and melty radish pecan cheddar cheese, we sadly learned the restaurant has permanently closed after 4 years in business. If you have any recommendations for Dallas healthy food options to fill the void left by Mudhen, please let us know in the comments below. Located on the grounds of Dallas's first city park, Dallas Heritage Village is the perfect place to step back in time. You can immerse yourself in the lives of Texans during the pioneer and Victorian eras. The buildings are all part of North Texas history and give you the opportunity to see and experience 19th century life. As you stroll through the grounds, you'll discover how crops are grown, how animals were cared for, how family life progressed, and how the sense of community developed for the ordinary Texan over 100 years ago. Our next destination was a visit to the flagship store of Emporium Pies. Within the tiny, adorable restored home, you can find an assortment of homemade pies to choose from, and we followed their recommendation to try a slice of their best seller, the Lord of the Pies.
It's a spiced deep dish apple pie with a ginger cinnamon streusel. And it smells like heaven. Oh, I can't wait to tuck into that. Flaky and buttery. Really complements the sweet cinnamon flavors of the apple filling. It's so good.
Given the neighborhood we were in, we walked off the sumptuous slice of pie by taking a stroll through one of Dallas's most unique neighborhoods, the Bishop's Art District in Oak Cliff. Despite only being 10 minutes south of downtown, the district has a small town vibe and boasts over 60 independent boutiques, restaurants, bars, coffee shops, and galleries in its 2-block former warehouse area. Just 7 miles northeast of downtown, you can find one of the most breathtaking gardens in the world, as designated by Architectural Digest. A variety of pink, red, and yellow tulips, purple foxgloves, blooming wisteria, pink cherry blossoms, and over 2,000 varieties of azalea. All of this and more is what you'll encounter as you wander through the Dallas Arboretum and Botanical Garden in the springtime. Located on the shores of White Rock Lake, the gardens comprise of 66 acres of outdoor sanctuary. The gardens are bursting with color in the spring, but each season brings with it a new visual delight and is certainly worth the time and trip. Back in the heart of downtown, one iconic structure has remained a fixture of the evolving skyline and provides soaring views of the city. Dubbed the Ball, the dome-topped Reunion Tower is a 561-foot observation structure that opened in 1978 and provides a 360-degree panoramic view that lets you see for miles all around. Where are we going?
Wait, where are we going?
We're gonna get some food!
Oh yeah, we're going to a taco place.
Going to a taco place. Even though this restaurant only serves one thing, it does it oh so well. Revolver Taco focuses on the exquisite art of crafting a perfectly balanced taco, and they absolutely nail it here. From classics like tandoor al pastor pork, to airy soft octopus, to tender aged baby kid goat meat, a visit to quench any taco craving is a must at this ambitious taqueria located in the hip neighborhood of Deep Ellum. Dating back to 1884, Deep Ellum became widely known as a mecca for blues and jazz, where you can still catch some great blue riffs, although the vibe today now is much more rock and roll. An immensely walkable neighborhood, Keep a lookout for many of the artfully graffiti buildings that house live music venues, bars, a craft brewery, restaurants, small theaters, tattoo studios, and loft-style residences. The next morning, we went in search for a mythical creature, the Texas Woofus. Originally created in 1936 for the Texas Centennial Exposition in Dallas, the Woofus is a chimera made up of a variety of Texas livestock. It has features of the mane and neck of a horse, a turkey tail, pig body, duck wings, a sheep's head, and of course a pair of Texas Longhorns.
We made it to the Nasher Sculpture Center, and today of all days is actually free, so we figured why not go check it out.
Sweet! We were fortunate that our visit to the Nasher Sculpture Museum coincided with Free First Saturdays. This private collection is easy to navigate and showcases works by modern and contemporary masters in its light-filled galleries and serene outdoor sculpture garden. In 2012, the area above a sunken freeway was converted into this 5.2-acre urban green space between high buildings in the center of Dallas. Klyde Warren Park makes a nice reprieve when walking through the Arts District and separates the edge of downtown and uptown Dallas. While the park often has a variety of food truck options for the lunch crowd, we opted for a cooling ice pop from Steel City Pop Vendor.
Passion fruit flavor!
How is it?
Oh, it's so yummy!
For our final meal in Dallas, we had to get barbecue and tried our luck to squeeze in a visit to probably the most famous barbecue restaurant in all of Dallas, Pecan Lodge. It first started out as a farmer's market stall before finding a permanent home in deep Ellum. Locals and visitors alike patiently wait on the snake-like lines to get a taste of the barbecued meats known for their extra heavy smoke flavor.
Here we go.
Oh my god. It just melts in your mouth. That's amazing. Wow. Oh my god.
Originally hailing from San Antonio, this particular outpost of the coffee chain in Deep Ellum features stellar lighting, plentiful seating, friendly baristas, and excellent cups of coffee to provide extra kicks of energy.
So good. Last day here in Dallas. Just had a massive feast at Pecan Lodge. I am done with barbecue. I am done with meat. Switching gears back to green power. Get some energy back. Matcha now? Whew, already feeling better. Feeling heavy from the food, but this should help. Matcha out.
Since our digestive systems were still hard at work after the barbecue feast, we opted for another caffeination stop at Magnolia Pont, a Parisian-style cafe in the Harwood district. To avoid any coffee jitters, we sampled their matcha lattes and of course, had to try at least one sweet baked goods. It's always possible to make room for sweets. On our way to the airport to bid farewell to Texas, we made a rather funny discovery. There were so many mentions of the name Preston to denote neighborhoods, roadways, or even shopping malls. So, if you're in Dallas and you see a Preston sighting, send us a pic. After a fun-filled 36 hours in Dallas-Fort Worth and our previous 48 hours in Fredericksburg, it was time for us to head back home to plan our next getaway. If you have been to Dallas before, please comment below and share some of your favorite moments as well. We had such a fun time and only scratched the surface, so if you would like us to come back to Texas to share our take on other cities like Austin, San Antonio, or Houston, comment below. Thank you again for watching, and don't forget to subscribe, click the bell, and follow us on the other platforms. Until next time, bayonara!